Showbiz journalist and commentator Paula London. So, firstly, have you seen the film?
Of course, I watched it yesterday.
And what's the take on it? Is it a go woke, go broke problem?
It is. It was just awful. I feel like it bombed for a lot of reasons. Firstly, Tim Allen is synonymous with Buzz, so he wasn't in it, obviously. There's a lot of rumours going around that he wasn't in it because he's a Republican. He supports Trump. And Disney, obviously, very left, very democratic. So that annoyed a lot of American people, so they didn't go to see the movie. Also, lesbian kiss, I watched it. It was a peck. It really wasn't anything to be worried about, whether you're a child or an adult. But
is it bigger or less than a Brookside?
Oh, it was like that. Like 1 second, you would have missed it. So that wasn't a concern, but there's a lot of reasons why, it bombed. I just think Disney have forgotten who their target audience are. Their target market are children between the ages of 4 and 12. And they're trying to cater to the 5% minority, and they're just forgetting other people. They're annoying Americans right, left and centre, and they're their biggest audience. Yeah.
Are we falling for the problem of thinking that their target audience, like 5-year-olds, but the 5-year-olds who watched the original Toy Story are now probably 60 and own loads of houses? We all grow up. They're probably actually nearly... they're in their 30s or something. When was the original?
Well, a lot of these people now have children, and what Disney have done now, they've waded into politics now. They got concerned in Florida. A new law just passed last week, July the 1st, an education bill, which is preventing teachers from teaching children about LGBTQIA.
LGBTQIA.
Well, there's actually K. There's K on the end, but K means kink. So
I think we get the point. And as much as I'd watch this turn into an episode of Countdown,
I thought I memorised that, but it's long now.
I think we get the point. But I suppose the question would be, do they mention any of that in this film? Is this people not liking the brand or not liking the film?
Well, basically, there's a new series now, Baymax, on Disney Plus, a Disney series, and they have a trans character now. I'm all for LGBTQ rights, 100%. I had a great time at Pride, but I also think children need to be children. There's plenty of time to educate children about your gender and your sex can be different, but children need entertaining. They want to go and see a Disney movie. They don't need parents explaining, that man was born a man, but now he identifies as a female. They don't need to have those conversations with 4 and 5-year-olds.
So does any of that happen in Lightyear?
Lightyear, no. But there is the lesbian kiss, and it's almost like Buzz should aspire to this type of relationship.
Right.
I think the best thing about the movie was the cat socks. I mean, I'm not even a cat person, I'm a dog person, but I found the cat very funny. But the movie was boring, and people are annoyed with Disney, so I think that's one of the reasons they didn't go to see it.
As much as I don't mind heading towards a controversial debate, let's not start our dogs or cats better. Well,
I love my cat. Of my dog, rather, sorry.
See?
Yeah. No, I have a dog.
This happens.
Naughty dog.
You mentioned Baymax, I must admit. I apologise for this, not up on the latest children's animations, because I don't spend my time watching these things. So what happens in Baymax?
Well, it's a new series. It's the 6th series, I believe, and some of the footage was leaked. And one of the top presidents of Disney actually has a pansexual child and a transgender child. And she said she wants more and more and more LGBTQIA characters. And so about 50% that they want. And I think, the population is around 10% identify as LGBTQIA, and I don't see why 50% really have to be.
So what are you saying? 50% of what need?
They want 50% of people to be LGBTQIA.
In their output or in real life?
In real life, it's around 10%, but they want 50% in the Disney shows. And the people of colour as well, but they mainly want someone from each section of LGBTQIA. She just said they want to queer up Disney as much as they can. That's what people are saying now at Disney.
So the argument that there should be the issue of representation, some representation...
Oh, I definitely want some representation. We need that. But I don't see why it has to be much more than the general public.
And then, so it's easy to then look at the poor box office takings for this film and then think, we know why. I suppose it's difficult to actually work out whether we're dealing with this causation or a different causation? Is it caused by the wokeness of Disney, Or is it just, you know what, no, there are some films that no one needs a prequel to?
Go woke, broke. It's the saying, you know, Disney,
Yeah,
they're going to go broke, but their shares have gone down 40% in 6 months. That's a lot. Even though there is a war in Ukraine, that's a lot. Once the box office has spoken, the movie cost 200 million. They've taken 150 million, but they also spent 100 million on marketing. It's been banned in 14 countries, and it looks like China is going to ban it as well. So they can pat themselves in the back in the office, all the lefties, the Democrats, but they're not making money. And it's a business, it's not a charity. Disney is a business, so they need to make money.
China does like banning films, though. I mean, Winnie the Pooh films have been banned in China.
Well, 14 other countries have banned it, so it will be 15. Well, so that's not very clever, is it, really, to make a movie that it's banned in 15 countries?
Let's just straw poll it, then. Anyone here seen it? OK. I mean, that's quite telling. Then again, none of you are 5-year-olds, so maybe it's difficult to know which way around the problem is. Would you never see it because it's Disney? No. Okay. You would see it?
It's very boring. The cinema's quite expensive these days as well, so if you're going to take your kids and the movie's not that good... Yeah.
I mean, I'm not giving away tickets before people get too excited.
No.
I saw Elvis last week. That's really good. I really recommend that. That's
Any
really
lesbian
good.
kisses in it?
No.
Well, then
no.
why would I go? So, are Disney ever going to learn the lesson? Because, look, this is what I was saying at the start of the show, that actually for a lot of these corporations that have their virtues up front and centre, it's worth remembering that the entity is there to make money.
Exactly.
And not just that should be their goal, but if ever there's a corporation that's boasting about how inclusive it is, I always think they're trying to hug you so they can get their hand in your pocket.
But it's like TV shows. So many TV shows pat themselves on the back in the UK for being so woke, but then they're not making money because you need to have adverts. That's how TV stations make money. So what is the point of like, oh, we're being so woke, well done to us, when the show's not making any money? They'll be out of a job. So shouldn't really be that happy.
Would you ever watch any other Disney films?
No, not really. Disney's changed. When I was a little girl, I loved Sleeping Beauty. Even musicals have changed. Cinderella changed. It was completely different to the story that I knew and loved.
But isn't that the nature of change, that maybe things might be different for 5-year-olds? Because I'm quite not 5 anymore. It's been a long while since that.
Some things don't need to change. Why change a great story of Cinderella? It was changed to musicals. You don't need to change. Children are having a hard time. They want to go to watch a movie, watch Disney. Parents need to be able to leave them alone and not worry, oh, my God, what are they seeing? What are they going to ask me? Or, like, Mummy, I'm wearing shorts. Does that mean I'm trans now? Like, things like that. It's scary.
Turns out, if they go to the right school in Norfolk, they could wear a skirt.
Wow.
Paula, thank you very much for that.
Thank you very much.